Yo guys, what's up? Yeah, continuing our discussions. Because I apparently overstayed my welcome on the previous video with 20 minutes of talking about how good or bad or how would you view on our pilot, our rarity pilot. It sounds weird to me. Okay, anyway, now we're gonna talk about the SR pilot. But before that, there's one more thing that I forgot to actually talk in the previous video, and that is about the comparison between stats or damage, right? So for example, on here we're gonna take a unit like hero. Hero, the special edition hero, he has an increase, basic increase in the stat modifier, like around 15%. That's gonna put him around 783. So if he is given a skill modifier ability, he's gonna put him around 885 because you actually take it from the base, 15% from the base, not from the one after this. Okay, careful with that. Unless it's the unit starts without stat modifier, and your skill gotta get from the base. Okay, it's always gonna be from the base. So yeah, then we compare it if somehow he has damage increase instead of stat increase. That's gonna put him around like actually weaker in output, like almost 6% weaker. The reason to that is because when you have a base stat and then a stat modifier, like the innate stat modifier, the effects on its stat increasing skill gonna be, has a start to have a diminishing return. It's not 15% anymore. The increase is from like 115 to 130, which if I want to calculate that, so 15% of the 115, sorry, it's gonna put him around 13% only, right? 13%, and therefore here we're gonna have a damage output by 15% increase. So basically, at least there is a 2% difference on there. So yeah, I hope this clears it up. Again, if there is no innate skill to increase stat increase, it might be better than the damage increase. Okay, but if not, then yeah, that's a problem. So without that, yeah, that's being put aside. Now we know the importance of the tag, right? We know importance of the stat or damage increase. Let's talk about the SR units. Like SR units actually bring a whole new problem to our discussion. That's because these units has some of them has this kind of ability. I need to like where is that? Support +1, and also where's block +1. So they have this ability, right? Chance tap +1, support +1, and also block +1. The thing that you need to understand from this is that they are not consumed on the end of the turn. This is actually new discovery. I saw it in social media, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So for example, if you use the chance tap here and you kill the first unit, you got a chance tap. Your chance tap that has been activated won't be used, right? Until you actually kill the second one. If you don't kill anyone, I mean like it's almost killed, your chance tap is not consumed. For example, maybe on the second turn, you kill one unit, you will use your standard chance tap, and then you kill another unit, you will get your second chance tap. So that's gonna put it in a little bit of a pressure around here. So if we want to compare, this is how we gonna compare. We need to compare it with units from SSR that actually has 2 blocks, 2 chance tap, and 2 support right here. So we can, for example, let's go with range first. Everyone's favorite start. So here we're gonna go with range first. So here we have someone very famous for actually dealing a lot of very long range damage, and that is Lock-on Stratos. And also there is an Iron Dalton with chance tap 1. So around here the range is 814 and 786 and 371. While here for the SSR, Musha has 790, Hero has 780, and I do think one of the most versatile, Soris Almonia has 742. Here's you can see that Solis actually has less range stat than in Dalton, while she has almost the same the buff and the tags and everything. So that's gonna put him a little bit slightly weaker. I think a lot weaker than Ain Dalton. But here we see the Ain Dalton best unit is half call T. No, it's not half call T. He has, oh yeah, he has range. No, it's not half call T. I'm sorry, it's Datalian T booster. Like off the bat, it's not half call. It's Datalian T booster. Sorry, my bad on that. So yeah, here you see what Datalian T booster. But compared to whatever Solis Amaris has, which is Wing, and Oswald Wing 0 and Geminas and via Suivan, especially with Geminas 02, not 01. 01 is the tank one. I'm sorry, here is the 2. So compare with that, so we can see that Solis is actually might be a little bit the winner here, unless they'll release, I don't know, maybe Kimaris Vidal in the future are gonna have a very good range start. Who knows, right? So yeah, that's the thing about this. When we look at Locan Stratos, this is where it got interesting. So the comparison for Locan Stratos with support 2 for range is actually Quattro. Quattro has 703 attack with Wing series tag, right? So Wing series, you still have Wing 0, Wing Endless Waltz, and Gemina 02 and via Surfen. Again, Locan Stratos has a better attack, but here he only has range increase, no 15% damage increase. So putting that, since we put that, it's gonna make Quattro have a like 775. No, 15%. No, it's more than 775. 715. It's about 100. So gonna put him around 800, right? It's gonna make him equal to the one who has an 800 range stat. If I'm not mistaken, wait, let me think. 7 times 5 is 35. 70, yeah, 105, 806. So 808, right? You're gonna put him around similar to someone with around 808 power, and that is only a little bit below Locan Stratos and Locan. But the difference is Quattro is locked into certain units, while you can go ham with Locan Stratos, right? You can go ham with it. You can go with anything because you can still have your 2 supports without using these stacks, right? But by Quattro gonna lose the support if he doesn't have the attack. But then again, here's the thing. Now, even if they are both actually piloting the Wing 0, Locan has no affection, just like Quattro. Therefore, it's gonna put them around the same level. Quattro doesn't have advantage over here, right? The only advantage that Quattro have is he can attack twice, but Locan can save the support attack for now. However, in the future, if more units are released, the reason why I don't use these 3 units as a comparison, because they are pretty bad, like they're pretty bad. So in the future, if they release us, we still have a lot to do with Double O, man. We have the second season, we have the side story, like, and then we have the movie version, and then we have the after movie version, the one with the XR Repair 4 and stuff. We have a long way to go with Double O. This gonna put, actually, in my point of view, Locan has a bit better position than Quattro. Okay, that's a bit better position, but again, it's a comparison of someone who has 2 chance tap and 1 chance tap. But that's how it gonna roll. As for Defender, I don't really recommend Defender. Again, same. I don't really recommend SP100 Defender. Not really worth your time. Even though if you want to go with it, Guel might be the best option you have here. Banaji is okay. Banaji is good. Yeah, you can go with Banaji like this, but the start is just. I mean, if you compare with someone who has a here in the defender is you have Daguzamako, you have Naxasabi, you have Navalgato, you have Sampo Hakuri, one of the best balanced tank in the game with a pretty heavy attack. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit problematic. I do think so. So yeah, I do think that's a bit of a problem there. For tank, so for support lanes, you can go with it. So let's go with melee. Right? So melee is only Domon Kashu, which is really worth mentioning. But even him doesn't have a damage increase here on skill. He only have chance tap, right? For the Awaken, I don't think so. It's only Suletta, which against at least Suletta has a damage increase, which is great. So even though you don't use the chance tap, she still have damage increase, and she's awakened, so she can use some of the aerial rebuild, I guess. Aerial rebuild is more range, but we don't have that other option there, right? Camille is still far below, and then the tag is Ayuk is not much. Haman Khan actually might actually be better because again, Haman is actually support with 744. It's pretty nice awaken start. So now we gonna go with let's put aside this skill. How do I clear this at all? Right, we go back to the normal view. Okay, so if we first we're gonna go with normal stuff first. Like we put that aside. First of all, if we want to talk about ranged pilot, of course Shagia Force is actually the best one. But again the problem is here. We only know if in the future they're gonna release Double X Gundam. If that's an attacker, Shagia Force gonna have a field day. This is not a joke of a start, okay? This is insane. This is insanely good. Like the second one, we're gonna have a Yonem Kirks and Swat Stepney, and finally Lucretia Noin. For Noin, at least she already has her best unit released, and that is Vayat Suifan for being Oz, and maybe sometimes you can use Aquarius, but I do tend to lean towards Vayat Suifan, okay? Noin is the only one who has her best unit out on this category, okay? Galmazabi, Caswell Gundam, right? Locan Stratos not yet released for the game. Kairasu, what was Kairasu's tag? EFSF. So Kyra, yeah, only have her best unit out, but with range at crit, so that's interesting. She can use GP04. She can use GP04. So with the crit thing, right? Lobelia Loy is, I don't remember, but this one is a support, and that's Freedom. Yeah, we still need to wait, right? South Burning is actually also EFSF, and yes, EFSF is their best unit out. So Oz EFSF, they already have their best unit out, so you can go with them if you want, really hard-hitting attacker, especially for supports. Well, you supports, it depends, but still they, for example, like we go with like what Stepney, right? So what Stepney has the EFSF attack, that's gonna put him around 900 power for range, and with the Gym Sniper, Beyond Castle, there's a lot of units around there, right? The same with Yonem Cox, but I do tend to go towards the EFSF. Again, the output, this kind of output, gonna put what Stepney more like a pseudo attacker. It's the same like when I say about Dale and Nadira. But the thing is, what Stepney is even better in the sense that Dela doesn't have. Where's Dela? Okay, melee attack, C2A. Dela doesn't have damage increasing. She doesn't have affinity bonus. So that will make what Stepney is actually much better than Nadira. In terms of, Dela has two support, but melee, so she's gonna have problem with hitting the support attack, while what's Stepney gonna have a field day in trying to land shots from the Bialan Custom 02. Again, the tags matter. The units available matter. unless in the future we're gonna get a long range melee unit, like I don't know, another version of Assault, I guess. That's gonna put Dara in a better position. But for now, even the blatant stat puts what's name better than her. Though, again, if you can play her cards right, she can actually hit twice, you know, with the support attack, right? Against bosses, that's gonna be useful. So, and then we go to the melee. Melee here, we know that we get the most generalist pilot ever, and that is Unno. Unno has weird stats, to be honest. He doesn't have attack, he doesn't have a damage increase. He has the innate damage increase, but he doesn't have this damage increase. So it's a very universal, but personally, again, the lack of tags and the lack of damage increase is very detrimental for him. So in that sense, I do think Duo and Chang Wufei is a much better option. I know people will tell you, maybe you should go with Miliado Peacecraft, but she's slow. People will say, yeah, but with MP, you gotta get a lot of damage. Yeah, same like, you know, I don't know, use dual maxwell and kill one guy, you only have that damage as well. But it does depends. If you want a really very early, you know, damage increase, yeah, the MP gonna look much better. But here's the thing, this guy is locked to Epion, okay? You know why? You know why? The freaking White Fang tag. The freaking White Fang tag. Yeah, if not in Epion, yeah, he's pretty okay, but if not in Epion, you also have Duo and Chang Wufei, like they have one have increased accuracy and evasion, one have increased range. So personally, as much as I like Miliardo and not a fan of Chang Wufei, I won't really put him above them. I mean, it depends on really how you would approach. I'm the guy who moral can go up and down, right? So I'm the guy who doesn't really want to go moral unless the unit requires you to do so. So that's me. If you like range, you like moral increase, yep, Miliardo is your best choice. Simple as that, right? So yeah, as simple as that. Don't get it twist. Just be depending on your depending on your preference. But here's the hidden gem. If you guys remember, this guy, Warrior Gun Cannon, actually have 2 chance stat, and he has 800 stats. Not to mention, he doesn't have affinity bonus, okay, but he has a damage increase. And his unit is pretty good, to be honest. So here's that. But again, when some of the pilots will put on their units, they're gonna deal 10% more damage than Water Gun Cannon. Like these units, the Daryl McGuinness, like Montag, Chang Wufei, Duo Maxwell. Montag is a good mention, but the problem is his ability is damage taken. So you know. Rambaral is have an increased crit, but the problem with Xeon unit is that not many melee Xeon unit currently available. So if you really want generalists, I would say Duo, Chang Wufei, and also Miliardo is a good option because of the MP increase. But other than that, I do think Duo and Chang Wufei is the best. It's my preference choice. Like, not a fan of Chang Wufei, but the guy is good here. Okay, the stats good. We cannot lie on the stats. Okay, we cannot lie on the stats. The stats don't lie, but it might fool you if you don't careful. MP increase is good, but it has its limitation. Attack increase is maybe not as explosive as MP increase, but it does have its place. Okay. It does have its place, so that's pick your poison kind of thing. Which one you prefer more? Yeah. Some people might actually point out Allenby. So one of my friends actually point out Allenby, but I know again, this is the problem with melee increase. So the melee increase, like where's Allenby? I need to check on Allenby. Wait. Let me check on Allenby. So does LNB has a melee increase or is base melee? So apparently LNB doesn't have a melee increase passive, so the 15% of her melee is pure from the 766. So that's gonna put her in very high position. But the problem with this again, the LNB thing is, yeah, the best thing she can go with is Gundam support mode. That's the best thing she can go with. Not really my choice. Yeah, I think we know where we're going with this already. Like, don't bother with anything below 790. That's what I think. If you want generalists, go with anything above this, right? Go with anything about that. If you want, this one is actually interesting. Mikazuki August is actually pretty okay. Again, not a fan of MP increase, but his best Gundam, the Bellator 6 form, actually needs MP increase. So in that sense, it would be make him good. Again, for me, he's better than Miliado because the unit carries him, right? Miliado, the tag is so freaking stupid. White Fang only has one notable unit. That's a problem, right? That's a problem. White Fang is a very, very problematic tag. Generalist, yeah, sure. But generalist, we have Duo, Uno. No, maybe Duo in Changwu. That's so. Wow. Yeah, so be careful. Not like if you like the guy, go on. I like the guy, but I still want to keep my medals for now. Alright, so careful. A lot of people always over glorify this MP increase, but be careful about that, okay? Be careful about the MP increase. It's good for your bus at the early stage, but you might actually need to reconsider, okay? Reconsider. Because I've seen in social media, everyone's like, yay, MP increase, they're good because MP increase, they're good because of sway. Like, yeah, but how about their tag? What unit they can go with? Nobody talk about that. They say, yeah, you can put anything, yeah. But if I have a lot of, I don't know, EFSF tag, then why would I bother with Miliado Peacecraft, right? And most of my units, like, I don't know, Operation Meteor, most of my units like Neo Zeon, why would I bother with him? I could go with, for example, if I play a lot with the Gjallarhorn unit, if I play a lot with the Barbatos, why would I bother with Miliado? I would just go straight with Mikazuki. As much as I like the person, again, it's very dangerous to actually just look at this number and this ability only. Look at the tag, right? Look at the nuance around it. This is where you should go with your mindset. Put your mindset around that. So that's for melee. Because I've seen a lot, man. And then I have to say to you, like, it's a bit dangerous to think like that. This is why I go with this. I take the time to do it. I know me and my wife got it slower than most other people, but this is why we go with this. This is why this is important, okay? Careful with that. And then finally, for the Awaken start, this is a bit... Ray is actually the best, again. And the good thing is Legend Gundam is available. The Legend Gundam is available. Craziest part is he's using Sway. So, here's where Sway is good, okay? If your main guy is already that good, almost 800, has its unit available, and Legend Gundam is good, right? Legend Gundam is good. The only thing missing here is not crit increase. If he has crit increase, sweet, perfect. If he has crit increase, perfect. That's the problem. But here, why Sway is good? Because he is already good. Sway doesn't make a unit that is not that good become good. No, he is already good. Therefore, Sway is becoming more important. Just like Muscle Asia has Sway. But why is good? Because he gonna deal a lot of damage. He gonna counter a lot of damage. He's already good. That's why sway is gonna be useful. If you want to chip down someone, you don't chip down with weaker attack. You chip it down with much stronger attack. Okay, but certainly for me, moral is still above sway, especially for attacker or support. Like, even tank. But that might just me. Like I really not into sway. Sway is good, but it's very situational. So yeah, not. I can't really recommend it, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's me. It's just maybe just me. But yeah. So Ray is good. LPO play great. Yep. LPO play has a lot of units you can play around. Gaymark, Nightingale, and Shamblo. But personally, I will go with Ray. Legend Gundam is such a good unit. And then Suletta. We have to talk about Suletta, don't we? Yeah, Suletta, LV builds, and okay, here's the guy, my guy. Karis is actually pretty good. The only one coming from that is pretty good because he has already his unit out. The Vertigo. Yeah. Oh my god, Vertigo is pretty good. I like Vertigo. He looks cool. But still. Karis going get it nice. Actually, he has because he has damage increase and awaken increase. So this guy can burst. He's a support, but he can burst your opponent down. Okay, he's good. Karis good, man. He's a sleeper. I mean, not many people. I don't know. Did people actually list this guy in the social media? I saw there's a list that people. Oh, this is best. And I was like, I forgot. This Karis is there. Is Karis good? Karis Nautilus is good. I personally, he's one of the one I'm being eyeing for. Because okay, 6, but he has both double this. If you want to burst damage, bro, this is good. Camille, probably Camille is really. Camille would need MP increase instead of I don't know, support increase, because Zetas, rely more on range unless you use the giant sword thing. So there's that. Merida Cruz already has her unit out. I think it's a Satira rebuild. Satira rebuild is both ESFS and New Zealand. I don't know why, man. Yeah, but I will say you'll go better on the upper ones. Like Quest Pare is weird because she's a tank, but high awaken stat. I'm not sure what she's trying to do, but let her be her. Okay. As for defender, Sora looks really good, like with 800 defense, range 1, sway, woohoo, block defense, like increased damage by 10%, damage second, and there is no worthy tank yet. What are you gonna put him with? What, the dead side? You are dead side? Yeah, you better put duo in there. Why? Because dead side use a melee stats, not a range stat like thrower. Like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, you want to put generalist tank. If you want generalist tank, I don't know, just put any one of them SSR. Seriously, generalist tank. You know what you do? Like you definitely have pulled 200 times. You definitely had pulled 200 times in the starter banner. Go redeem that Yona Basta now. Like if you want to no. Yeah, the defense is good, but God no. I like the guy again. All the wings guy, I like them, except Buffet maybe. And sometimes I cannot stand duo, but still, no. 800 for what? For what? 800 defense for what? Here's the comparison. Okay, we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with SSR again, like because people say like SSR on the servers. SSR is like. Yeah, not going. Let's go with Deguza-Mackle. Deguza-Mackle is 6791, and he has. Does he have faction? No, he doesn't have. So 791, like no faction. So yeah, still can go. That's good. Block 2, accuracy inflation increase, damage stacker reduction. What do Thrower have? Range 1 and sway. Range 1 and sway. What are you trying to do? Eternal Road? Yeah, if you're trying to do Eternal Road, you don't need to SP100 these pilots, okay? Maybe some of them, but no. No. Seriously, no. If you want to say about that, Nano might actually better because she doesn't have attack at all. So seriously, there's a problem with Slova. Okay, don't go with that. Slagar. I don't know. Slagar. Yeah. If we go with tanks, Slagar has a better thing because few of the best tanks are actually there, especially the high new Gundam, a Psycho Gundam. Sorry for the typo. So yeah, you will better go with Slagar. Seriously, like no. He has movement again. You are a tank. You don't go for sway. You go for movement one. Why? Because tanks most of the time get lost behind. Right? They need to move faster to reach their team. Yeah, I'm getting heated over here because this is such a misinformation, man. Careful with numbers. Data don't lie, but it can fool you. Again, that it's happening everywhere, man. Data don't lie. One more time, data don't lie, but it can fool you. Seriously, it can fool you. So here, Galileo, Gyalarhorn, we still at least we have a slot origin. don't bother with the other one. Don't bother with the what do you call it again? The Grace Ein. Don't bother with that thing. Okay. So yeah, that's what we have for now. So how good about the SR unit? I will say SR unit. You might actually want to aim some of this. Especially one thing I really want to point out is lock-on might be a good for the future. Lock-on might be good for the future, but hold that now. Hold that now. Don't go. What Stepney is might be a good option since we already have a lot of good units coming for the ESFS tag. Right? Lucrezia Noid already have one of the best unit going on with her. Okay. Shagia Frost, wait for the X Gundam continuation. Who's Yonem Clicks again? I keep forgetting the guy. He's from Neozeon. Yeah, Yonem. Yeah, Yonem might actually get good, but he's a support. Like he's a support. He doesn't have the increase, so I would say what's step next better because the damage increase and accuracy more useful for the support. Range plus one is useful, but any con not really. This one is good. Lock-on Stardust is good. Like what's happening? Did I put the mention on? Yeah, mention on is there. So yeah, for range, that's mine. My personal favorite is Lucrezia Noin and Lock-on, but for Lock-on, wait until they announce something about 00. Okay, that's how he gonna get even more value. For now, pretty good value. Seriously, support plus one is good because he's pretty good. But yeah, but careful with the tag. Okay, for melee, right? For the melee, Chang Wu-Fei and Duo Maxwell. That's what I gonna recommend you guys. Personally. And maybe some people gonna say Miliardo. Yeah, Miliardo gonna be okay. Miliardo gonna be okay. Graham Eccles actually has a pretty nice damage melee. If you want some burst, yeah. But he's a support. What the hell? Graham Eccles is support? Never mind, man. Never mind. Wait for that. So Chang Wu-Fei Duo. Uno is just one. Personally, I won't suggest you Uno because there's no tag, and even that without the tag. He's already so close with Duo and Chang Wu-Fei. You better just go with Duo and Chang Wu-Fei, okay? Yeah, that's what I can recommend for the melee. For Awaken is pretty straightforward to be honest. It's Reza Burel, best units already out. LPO play is also a good option. Soleta, wait for the second season. I do think so. You have to wait for the second season for now because Ariel. I mean, the standard attack for the Aerial rebuild is Awaken, but its strongest attack is not Awaken, so careful with that. Right? Careful with that. But she has chance step 1. So, yeah, this only functions when the unit is already good. So, this way is pretty good. For me, personally, Karis is my personal favorite here, but yeah, this one, yeah, you can go with this one. It's pretty safe to go with this one, okay? And for the defense, I would say, why bother? Don't even bother. Seriously, don't even bother. But if you really want to bother, maybe, I don't know, Slagger. Slagger is defender, right? ESFS, right? Yeah, you go with Slagger, right? I guess. Yeah, Slagger is the better one here. So yeah, that's all for me today. So it's gonna be, it has become a rather long rant about these pilots. Sorry about that. So yeah, let me know what you think. Comment below. Personally, again, very careful with your medals. We don't know how we're gonna get medals again. Very careful with it. Don't get fooled by the numbers. Okay, numbers don't lie, but it can fool you. Careful with that. Numbers don't lie, but it can fool you. Careful with that. That's why I share the thing. I make the thing for you guys. Feel free to use it. But yeah, we appreciate a little bit of credit to us. But yeah, this is why. Careful with the numbers. Look at the tag. Look at the possibility. Look at the nuance of it, and then you can go with units. Unless you really like the unit, okay, you can go with it. I mean, like me, I I'm such a slob. Like I just go with hero UE. I don't give a damn. It's just like, yeah, hero level 100. Like, haha, it's hero UE. Ha ha ha. Is he the best? No, he's not the best. He's good, but not great. Like, okay, like, so yeah. So if you like the unit, if he seems like decent, if he at least as good as hero, go for it. If you like the unit, okay. If he's not as good as hero, I think you should, double check a little bit. So yeah, again, that's all for me. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. It's a very heated, what do you call it again? Rant, I guess. I kind of rant, to be honest, but because numbers are deceiving you. They're not lying. It just might deceive you if you don't look at the bigger picture. You don't look at what happened in the sides and everything. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I think after this I need to actually start with the Master League video. So yeah, that's all for now. Bye bye.